Quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Shooter taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
down.
Watch him. He's going to set up. He's going to go for it. It fell from the sky into air icing.
Welcome to College Station and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Aggies of Texas A&M. Tonight they play host to the University of Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Nate Murphy, and with me in the booth for this one is Greg Cooksey. And Greg, this is the matchup between two teams looking to rebound from disappointing seasons, combined 3-13 a season ago.
Yeah, and it's a tough ending to last season, but each season brings new season brings some promise, and I'm looking forward to seeing how these two teams fare tonight.
Each season brings some new hope, and Joey Smith getting things started for Nebraska, and they're going to get the football to start this ball game out here in the final game of week 1, and we'll see how they come out on offense. They're going to go up the middle. First play, Kieran Enos, and he's going to lose a yard.
Well, Kieran Enos was a pretty big part of Illinois' offense, so it'll be nice for Nebraska if he can get their offense started here this evening.
And we will see how they fare here on 2nd down and 11. They're going to bring a tight end in motion, short motion, right or left to right, and go back to Enos up the middle on a counter play. 2 yards on that one. 3rd and 9 coming up.
And I think Texas A&M is thinking the same thing that I was, because their defense has not been fooled when Enos has gotten the ball.
three down front, and the first two plays they have held up well against the run. They're going to go to a screen play, and again, blown up quickly by the Texas A&M defense. The screen good for only a yard, and it'll be a quick 3 and out.
Well, I mean, your offense is more than Kerry and Enos, and when you use him as your main part, you assume some dangers.
Yeah, touched the ball on all 3 plays. Texas A&M more than ready on that series. Now A&M going to get it in good field position as John Rodriguez brings the ball inside the Cornhusker 40, where Texas A&M will start.
A 20-yard return there. That's a great start for Texas A&M. Nebraska's going to have to lock down here on defense.
Already starting with their back against the wall, and big Terrell Allen going to come out trying to throw it here, but great pressure by that Cornhusker front, and it forces an incompletion.
Yeah, somebody didn't do their job on the offensive line, and they almost paid for it.
Lucky that Allen had the arm going forward. Otherwise, that could have been a big early turnover. Now they're going to go offset I, and they're going to drop straight back. Allen to sling it complete. First down yardage inside the 25. J.B. Bell for 15.
Bell doing a great job getting open and picking up some extra yards for this TAMU offense.
And the tight end comes off the end, just runs a simple out route, and he was wide open against that Cornhusker secondary. Gonna have to watch these tight ends in this offense for Texas A&M. Bell is a playmaker, and we'll see if he can come up with a couple here tonight. They're gonna spread it out a little bit here. 4 wide receivers. Allen to the end zone, floated on him a little bit, and Chase Jones nearly ended that drive.
Yeah, nice job by Chase Jones reading Terrell Allen's eyes and making sure he was able to make a play on that ball.
Had a receiver open, just could not put it on him. Otherwise, it might have been 6 points. Now they're going to go underneath to Meekins, the third. He's got 3 yards there. It'll be 3rd and 7 now.
Meekins just unable to make that corner. He had a little bit of running room. If he would have got the ball a little bit sooner, might have been able to pick up some extra yards.
We'll see if they can pick up enough here on 3rd down to keep the drive alive, and they will. It's Meekins again. This time he sits down in front of the defender and picks up the 1st down.
If having trouble covering Meekins, he could end up being a big factor here on this drive.
So 1st and 10, just outside the 10 at the 11 are the Aggies, looking to put the first points on the board. And wide open, but just overthrown and out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Nebraska got a little bit of a gift there. It could have been a touchdown for sure.
And now they're going to go up the middle. Grigley, and he finds 10. It'll be marked just short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down in inches now for A&M.
It was a nice touchdown-saving tackle by Nebraska.
Now goal line set, putting all the big boys in. Grigley to the outside. He's going to walk this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Pick a beauty, almost got to him, but Grigley just a few steps too fast.
Went a little bit that old school student body right, brought in all the beef and ran it right off the edge. Nobody from Nebraska could get there. And it was a great drive. It was a short drive set up by the 3 and out and the great punt return. So now if you're Nebraska, your freshman quarterback, Tom Towers, didn't get anything going in drive 1. Greg, how do they get something rolling here in drive 2?
Well, they're going to have to open up the passing game here and use a little bit more than Ennis.
And a quick update, almost the end of the 1st quarter over on Twitch. Florida State at home leading Oklahoma by a score of 3-0. We've got a 7-0 ball game here as Blackwood on the return. This A&M defense on that 1st drive looked phenomenal. Gave up 2 total yards.
Absolutely suffocating on that 1st drive. They're going to have to keep this up.
We'll see. Not a ton of depth on this A&M team. We'll see if that plays a factor as this game gets late. But early on, that 1st drive, that front 4 looked really good. Now they're going to try and get some pressure. Can't. This one completed, and a good move in the open field goes Andrew Blevins. He's got 22 and the initial 1st down for Nebraska on their season.
And that's a great start by Nebraska after what could have been a deflating 1st drive. A nice pick-me-up there.
And you mentioned they have to go away from Kieran Enos. He cannot be the one that carries the team all night long. They finally find somebody else, and that somebody else was Blevins. He makes a big play. We'll see now if they can continue with that little bit of momentum. Play fake, and all kinds of time to throw. Down over the middle, complete, fighting for some extra yardage. There's Jimmy Brown for 23, and back-to-back big plays for Nebraska.
And I like this attacking that Nebraska is doing here on offense. They didn't really get anything going the first time, and they're coming out and attacking the heart of this A&M defense. Trey Jackson just not able to keep up there.
Jackson couldn't keep up and finally drugged down well downfield by Joe Jackson, the sophomore safety. He was able to save maybe a touchdown, and now going to throw it out in the flat. Tried to get it to Enos again. Right read on that, just threw it too far to the side.
Yeah, and on these screen plays, you have to be so accurate and precise, or you're just not going to get much out of it.
Now they're going to fake it to Enos, and Towers is going to take off with it. Showing a little bit of mobility there. Picks up 6, makes this a manageable third down coming up.
They'll pick up things in little chunks, especially when you have an offense that's kind of struggled to get going. Any little bit of yardage helps.
So 3rd and 5. They'd love to convert here after giving up a touchdown, and they will not. That is a big play by Cody Lawrence with the sack. It'll be 4th down and 13.
Well, just Cody Lawrence just completely unaccounted for. You can see that lineman just not able to have the coordination to keep him off the quarterback. Too bad, too. It was a decent drive by Nebraska.
Had a couple of nice passing plays mixed in there. Tower showed the ability to run a little bit and maybe open up that offense, but it stalls. Nebraska punts it through the back of the end zone, and now their defense has got to kind of figure something out here.
Especially after giving up that touchdown on the first drive, you want to recover and try and get a big stop here.
And draw play, it's Grigley. Can he find some room? He will. He'll find 4. And it was a short field the last time. They're going to have to work a little bit harder to get to the end zone.
Yes, they will, but we'll see. This A&M offense, has shown some potential this evening.
And then Andrew Grigley, the 5th-year senior tailback, he's going to be a big factor in this one tonight, I believe. And there's John Rodriguez, 8 yards, his first reception, and a first down.
Well, the one thing that A&M has going for them, these players have very big, strong bodies, and Nebraska's just not able to bring these guys down.
Open field tackling, we've seen it time and time again, has changed games in this league. Whether you make the plays or not, it can flip a game on its head, and Grigley that time in the open field brought down after a gain of only 2.
KJ Speed did a great job of tracking him from the backfield and making sure he didn't get past him.
So now 2nd down and 8. Tight bunch set to the top of the screen for A&M, and Allen looking that way. Gonna float it deep, and a good play late to knock that one away. Otherwise, it would have been a great throw and catch by A&M.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great idea. A lot of teams like to take shots if they have the ball at this part of the field.
And now A&M going to go to the screen play. Do they have blocking in front? They do, but it's a play from behind that slowed that one up. A great diving effort just to trip up Grigley a little bit, but he's still able to pick up the first down.
Allen had somebody headed right towards him unblocked, but it was a size advantage there. He was about half Allen's size.
I believe that was Spencer Trahan that dove out there and started to slow Grigley down. Grigley going to get the carry on first down, and he goes right up the middle for 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Grigley showing his value as an all-purpose back here, I believe, so far this evening. He's getting a lot done for A&M.
And Grigley is going to be maybe their key all season long. As he goes, this offense may go. But right now, Allen finding receivers open. Jafari Davis Jr. on a quick slant, good for 13 and a first down.
And that goes to show you the things that having a good running game, a reliable running back opens up for you, a pass like that.
And now go right back to Grigley on the ground, good for 5. And it didn't look like a lot of room, but somehow he pushed forward for 5 yards.
When you're a good running back, you're able to make things like that happen, and Grigley makes something happen.
A little bit of something out of nothing. 2nd down and 5. Offset eye. They're going to bring a receiver around and hand it to him on the jet sweep, and he finds some room. That's Meekins, the 3rd. We've seen him do it in the passing game. Now he gets the ball on the end around and picks up 10.
Minkins has been a big headache for this Nebraska defense tonight, and he's not showing any signs of letting up.
So far, it doesn't matter if it's a short field or a long field. A&M's offense has been on a roll, and there's J.B. Bell, the tight end, his second catch of the ball game. Another 15 yards for him, and it's 1st and goal A&M.
So let's go ahead and get excited, J.B. Bell. You were making plays the last time A&M got the ball down the field, and you're doing it again. 3 guys there looking to take him down.
Takes a lot of extra effort to bring down the big tight end, and now we see the jumbo package again from Texas A&M. They ran the sweep out of this formation the last time. They're going to do it again. Can they get the corner? It's Grigley fighting through a tackle, and it is another Aggie touchdown.
Okay, KJ Speed and Chase Jones were on him, trying to get him down, but again, Grigley just a little bit too fast, a little bit too physical for both of them.
Andrew Grigley, a much bigger man than KJ Speed, and no knock on KJ Speed, but size mattered in this case. Unable to drag him down, and Grigley finds the end zone for the second time on consecutive drives. And now Nebraska, who had a little something going on offense, this might be must-score territory early on in this one.
Well, I would think so, because Nebraska's having a hard time getting any type of a tempo at all. I mean, 3 and out here could really be a killer, even though it's only the first quarter.
And there you see 19 plays, 14 points for Texas A&M. Nebraska yet to crack the scoreboard. And speaking of scores, right now it's the second quarter. Florida State and Oklahoma tied at 3. Oklahoma may have just forced a turnover, but it is under review. And now Nebraska going to go right to the ground game. Kieran Enos finds 4, might be his best run of the night, and I think it is.
Well, that just goes to show you how tough this A&M defense has been.
4 yards on first down is a good start to any set of downs, and now they're going to take a shot. They open it up a little bit, and Towers, I believe, put that one right on the money, and it was dropped.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a copycat of what A&M tried to do, and unfortunately just not much working for Nebraska.
Now 3 receivers set, and they're going to try and set up a screen, but it looked like the running back Enos got caught up in the wash there, and a great job by this A&M defense early on in this one. 3 possessions for Nebraska's offense, 3 punts.
Well, I mean, if you can't block, you're going to have a lot of troubles, and again, an unblocked linebacker coming through right there. You can't let that happen and expect to win football games.
Now John Rodriguez spins forward, gets 8 yards on that return. And Greg, this offense from Texas A&M, they've had 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. There you see the balance. How does Nebraska come up with a stop here? Because they need one badly.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of answers. You're just going to have to try to play hard and as physical as you can and hope that the best works out for you.
Bunch set top again. They're going to go to the screen, and great job blowing this one up from that Nebraska defense. There's a great way to start this drive. Braden Ringe with a big 8-yard sack.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, Solomon Tank helped him out with that show of speed, kind of helping slow him down a little bit until the big boom could come right there.
And we saw the A&M defense just a moment ago do the same thing on a screenplay, blow it up quickly, didn't allow the back to get out of the backfield, and that's what also helped kind of slow that down. Now A&M going to make up all those yards here, and they look to do it on one play, complete, and near a first down is J.B. Bell. So there's that big tight end, his 3rd catch already up to 48 yards.
And I mean, he's not even covered, and when you're able to get just about everything back that you lost, that's a really big difference in being able to extend a drive.
Chase Jones with the tackle, but it was Brandon Love that kind of lost him there on man coverage. Now 3rd and inches, and they're going to throw for it. A little surprising here, and they're going to go towards the sideline, man open, and Allen just didn't get his feet set to make that throw.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is you have a running back like Andrew Worgsley that could have picked up that first down for you, and you go to the air instead. That's rather puzzling.
You got Grigley, and then you got Terrell Allen, the big-bodied quarterback who can pretty much just fall forward and get the first down from there. And they go to the air. They did have the receiver open, just a poor throw, but the defense, the way they're playing, maybe you trust your offense to take a couple of chances in that situation.
Well, and I mean, that's the nice thing that having a stout defense can do, especially when you're up by 2 scores.
Now it is 14-0 now, just under a minute to go, and Towers trying to get something going for this Nebraska offense, and he will not. Spencer Clapp puts the clamps on that one, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Spencer Clapp is just going to have none of Towers moving forward there. He made sure of that.
Now inside of 40 seconds, 2nd down and 10 from about their own 25 is Nebraska. They're going to throw this one underneath, complete. Jimmy Brown another catch, but good for only 2, and it'll be 3rd and long.
And you see Tom Towers holding his head there. That is just because A&M is just finding ways to get to him. It's a little bit frustrating.
He has definitely got to have a headache if this A&M defense continues playing this way. But a good job this time setting up the screen to Ennis, and he picks up 12 yards and a 1st down for Nebraska, and boy, did they need that.
They did carry an Ennis deciding he was going to put his team on his shoulders there.
So 2-by-2 set now, and they're going to go play fake to Ennis, and they're going to throw it underneath, but Towers just off target there. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, just an out-of-sync offense. Towers thinking he saw something that he really didn't.
2 receivers top of the screen. Now they're going to go back to the ground game. Ennis, no room to work, is Brandon Root right there in the backfield.
Brandon Root, not fooled at all. He knew where the ball was going, and he sneaks in there and makes a play.
And that's going to be how the first quarter comes to a close here in College Station. Texas A&M through 1, dominating this one with suffocating defense and a great ground attack. It's 14-0. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. Welcome back inside Kyle Field. Nebraska with the football here as we start the 2nd quarter, looking to put something together and get back into this game. And Towers going to take a shot, had an open man, and the wind, there is a bit of a wind here, so it may have played a factor on that throw.
Well, it was a good idea. I mean, taking shots, it's not a bad idea, but you got to be able to hit. And unfortunately, Nebraska's just not done that.
And he did have him open by a good 3 or 4 yards, so the right decision, just couldn't put the ball where it needed to be. And now your defense has got to come up with another stop here, Greg. They were able to do it on the last drive.
Well, you got to put that was an encouragement if you're Nebraska. It gives you some hope that they're going to be able to do it again.
Allen in the shotgun, Grigley beside him. They're going to throw the football here to Jafari Davis Jr. 8 yards on 1st down, and it'll be a 2nd and short.
And Nebraska is extremely lucky that they weren't called for some encroachment, because they had a lineman get down out of the stance a couple of times on that line.
And now A&M going to go to the screen game. Can they get some blocking in front of Grigley? No. A lot of white over there swarming that football. A great play to bring him down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Chase Jones was not going to give up on Andrew Grigley for as physical and strong as he was being with him. Great job there by Chase Jones.
And Grigley did everything he could to break out of that tackle. Chase Jones held on for dear life, drags him down. 3rd and 2. And you can see the Nebraska defensive line digging in. They would love a big stop here. This time on 3rd and short, they will give it to Grigley. He gets the edge. Great block by Bell on the outside. Took out 2 defenders. Grigley finds 4 and a 1st down.
Nebraska's starting to figure out that they're going to have to help with Grigley here a little bit. It's good to see, but they've got to stop him.
They're going to have to get some bodies to him now. It's the screenplay. Grigley in the open field. Big hit, but it's good for 6 yards on 1st down. Well set up screenplay to make it 2nd and 4.
And I think Jacob Booty's just a little bit sick of what Andrew Grigley's been doing for him as he lays a big hit on him down.
It just drove him into the turf there. But again, 6 yards on 1st down. I think the A&M offense will take that for the rest of the night. That sets them up well here. Allen going to go back under center. 3 receivers set. Draw play to Grigley. That one, to John Rodriguez coming in. That one goes absolutely nowhere, and Brandon Love made sure of it.
And I think it's time for A&M to start going back to the air here. Nebraska's figuring out that if they can shut A&M's running game down, then they're putting themselves in a great position.
At 3rd and 7, it does seem like a spot that A&M will have to throw the football. They're going to go back to the screenplay. And this time, Grigley can find absolutely no room. A great job by Nebraska that time.
Absolutely, that should be a momentum changer. Let's see how they do on offense.
Getting the football back on this 4th and 6 punt, and a fair catch called for. That is a rarity here in the CFSL. But maybe the right play by Joey Smith. Get the ball set up for your offense.
Absolutely. It's too bad he couldn't get more, but you don't want to run the ball into a bunch of defenders either.
And now they're going to go ground attack here. Kieran Ennis, 9 yards, maybe a little bit of momentum now for Nebraska as they find some running room there on 1st down.
And I would go to the ground one more time here because that seems to be working for them. And this is a definitely pick up a 1st down.
No, they go slant route instead, and a great job getting that ball to Damian Leonard, threading the needle on that slant route.
Well, I mean, some coverage problems here. Obviously, A&M not expecting Nebraska to go to the air. Nebraska takes advantage of it.
Yeah, good job there, getting on the inside, making that catch, getting the 1st down. And you said it, it looked like A&M's defense was geared up to stop the run on 2nd down and 1. They're going to throw it again, though, are the Cornhuskers, and it's completed again. A.J. Mullis, 7 yards. Now Nebraska's starting to find a rhythm offensively.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Towers has looked pretty good here this drive. Let's see if he's able to continue to use these receivers.
Now a bunch there, a tight set for the Cornhusker offense. Brought in a couple extra tight ends there. And Ennis finds 7 yards and a 1st down. And now the running game's starting to get going.
And I like that right there. We talked earlier about how Andrew Grigley would have been able to pick up a 1st down for A&M. Ennis is able to do the same thing. That was the right call.
Now they're going to throw it, and Ennis out of the backfield, and he's wide open. And a great job there, just kind of sitting down, making sure his quarterback sees him, and he goes and picks up 9 on 1st down.
And A&M can't be shy to go after him. They kind of hesitated there. You can't do that.
And White coming up and making the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 1. They're going to throw for it, and they're going to go underneath, complete an open receiver. It's Mullis again, his 2nd catch on this drive. That one good for 6 and a 1st down.
This short intermediate passing game is really working for Nebraska right now. Maybe they found an answer to this A&M defense.
And now watch out for setting something up. The short and intermediate stuff could open things up later on. And a good blitz almost gets home, but the swing route to Spencer Lewis Jr. out of the backfield, and then does a great job turning it up the sideline, and a big play for Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a nice find there by Tom Towers as he goes down almost after he throws the ball, and he's able to make a read like that and turn that into a 1st down.
Now 1st and goal, Nebraska, by far their best drive of the ball game. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and they go right up the middle with Ennis, and he takes a huge hit but falls forward for a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Nebraska just trying to keep Texas honest here. They're knocking on the door here. They got to get into the end zone, I think.
And there you see the yardage about even. A&M with just a few yards advantage. Now Ennis trying to get the edge and cannot. A great job dragging him down from behind. I believe that was Avery right there that made that tackle. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 6.
It was. Avery doing a great job with a touchdown-saving tackle.
So now 3rd and goal from the 6. Nebraska going to set up the screen. Can they get the blocking out in front? They cannot. Spencer Lewis Jr. gets 1 down to the 5. But after all of that, Nebraska is going to have to settle for 3.
Well, I mean, when you've got a big guy like Chase Matthews chasing you down, that's not going to work out well.
And now this field goal for Marshall Drake, the sophomore kicker, is going to get a little bit, I don't know if it's going to get a little bit tougher or a little bit easier. Backing up the 5 yards is actually going to help this angle a little bit, I think. It is a short 21-yard field goal, so we'll see how he's able to handle it here. And it is up and good. And so Nebraska Still down 2 scores, but they're on the board now. It's 14-3, and that was a good drive to get him going.
Yes, it was, and they even, like you said, helped the kicker out by giving him a better look at the field goal.
And so there you see the yardage. Andrew Grigley, 2 touchdowns, 56 yards combined, rushing and receiving. The rest of the A&M offense, 87 yards. But they're doing it how they want to do it. They're mixing in run and pass. They've done a great job tonight getting the football downfield, although Nebraska in the last couple of drives have figured some things out, including this one as Grigley gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think that they're figuring out that if you can shut Grigley down a little bit, you're going to have some success.
Offset I2 receivers in for A&M, and they're going to go back to that jet sweep. It worked for him earlier, and Javari Davis Jr., he's going to get 4 on this one for his first carry of the night. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, you're going to have to open it up here a little bit. The first 2 times going to the ground didn't really work for you, so you're going to have to go to the air.
Now 4 receivers in this formation, and they're going to take a shot down the seam complete. First down inside the 40, nearly breaking free, and if J.B. Bell could have kept his feet, it would have been 6.
Absolutely. You could tell he wanted to make another big play like he's been making all night long.
And just a little bit of a corner route or a skinny post, and boy, he breaks 1 tackle, and then somebody got a shoestring and just tripped him up, because if he doesn't start stumbling, he probably finds the house on that play. Bunch set, bottom of the formation here, and they're going to throw for it again, and well, Allen changes his mind. He takes off and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's not the kind of guy I want to take on, but Solomon Tank does and gets him down.
Well, Solomon Tank has clearly not been afraid to try to take Allen on. It's been a few times tonight that he's done that.
Now 2nd and 10, Allen going to throw. Allen under pressure, bouncing off of a defender. That's almost unfair, and then finds his man underneath, complete to Trey Meekins, and that is another 1st down.
Yeah, you can't give a quarterback that long to throw the ball. He was able to find somebody, and he should have been safe.
Now going to go play fake. Allen back underneath, complete inside the 20. Goes J.B. Bell one more time, and this tight end having himself a first half, 5 catches, 89 yards.
And he's just part of the consistency for this A&M offense. I mean, this A&M offense, I think, has really handled themselves well tonight.
Now Allen going to throw again, a lot of pressure, and boy, that ball behind John Rodriguez, but he does a great job falling back, making the catch, and it's a 1st down.
It probably would have been not as easy if there would have been some coverage there, which there was not.
So 1st and 10, and Grigley right up the middle finds a huge hole and 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
See, I mean, you got to do what works for you. Grigley's what's working.
Well, I formation, they're going to throw it again. All kinds of time for Allen. Finds nobody, though, and Caleb Killingsworth had his hands on that football but couldn't come up with the interception.
Well, he did save a touchdown, so it was a good play.
And now 3rd and 3, tight end in motion. That's Bell. He's going right to left. He's going to set up in the wing. They're going to throw it here on 3rd and short. Instead, Allen's going to tuck it, run, and find the end zone for the Aggies. It is another Aggie touchdown.
Well, if you look here, you're going to see a defensive line. Well, I guess we're not going to see a replay, but, well, maybe we are. They had a defensive lineman have a look at him, and he turned around and went the other way. I mean, I don't get that at all.
Yeah, a little bit of a misassignment, or maybe not wanting to run into Terrell Allen in the open field. That's a big boy as he gets rolling downfield. Either way, A&M 152 to go 1st half, has a 21-3 lead. While over on Twitch in the 2nd half, Florida State and Oklahoma all tied up at 10. So a great one going on over there as well. So I hope you guys at least have the dual screens out tonight, keeping an eye on the option attack of Oklahoma and what they're doing right now to Florida State. Nebraska, on the other hand, shooting themselves in the foot, and what's already been a rough night gets a little bit rougher.
Yeah, you can't have a penalty like this, especially when you're struggling to get anything done.
Now your freshman quarterback already down 18. He's got to try and get some points on this drive. They go to Ennis out of the backfield, good for 4 on first down.
It's a little something. Let's see how they're able to finish this off.
And so now going to throw it again here. And going to take a shot towards the corner, and great coverage. That ball just thrown over top of everybody.
Well, Tom Towers is going to have to work on his shots, his accuracy on his shots, because it's just flat this evening.
Well, they are going to just run this one out. They're going to try and play it a little bit conservatively. Ennis gets absolutely nothing. A&M uses their second timeout, and they're about to get the ball back with about a minute and a half to go.
And then stopped there by Alejandro Aguilar.
And so now going to have the ball on the Nebraska side of midfield as John Rodriguez gets 8 yards on the pickup. And when you look at this, 16 rushing plays, 22 passing plays called. Great balance for A&M, and both run and the pass are working here early on.
Yeah, their receivers are stepping up. Wrigley is doing a great job. It's been a great game for A&M.
And they're going for some more here. This is quick slant over the middle. It's Meekins. He's having a great first half. He's got 14 more there.
Yeah, another big play. Another guy that's been making plays all night long.
And now they hurried up. They got 3 receivers bottom of the screen. Allen tripped over his own man, and then he's cleaned up there in the backfield by Brandon Lowe.
Yeah, nice job there by Lowe.
And now they're going to go no huddle. Same formation. They're just going to flip the set. So now it's the 3 receivers top of the screen. And they're going to go that way, and it's picked off. And this one's going back the other direction. This could be the huge play Nebraska needed. And it could be a pick 6. It's a foot race. The 20, the 15 before he's finally drugged down. And Nebraska's defense, Jonathan Ramirez, has found a way to get him back in it.
Yeah, that just a very athletic play by Jonathan Ramirez. But, I mean, Terrell Allen breaks a cardinal commits a cardinal sin for a quarterback. You should never throw a ball off your back foot like that, and that's exactly what he did. And he pays for it.
He pays for it. Now the A&M lead could be trimmed down to 11 by the end of the half here. Over the middle, and a great hit there to jar that ball free, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Let's see if A&M can make a big play here on defense and stop Nebraska.
Nebraska needs to take advantage, but this A&M defense has come up with play after play all night long. Read option Towers inside the 5. They're going to use a timeout with 48 seconds to go. 3rd down and 2.
Nice job by Towers stepping up and making a play for his team.
1 of 8 on 3rd downs here is Nebraska. They need one here. They had one, and that ball was dropped. Would have been a touchdown. Jimmy Brown couldn't hang on.
Well, this is the second time tonight a Nebraska receiver has dropped the ball when he's had a chance to make a big play. And you can't do that. You got to work on your catching and securing that ball. That should be a 21-10 game right now.
Tom Towers, he's got to go over to his man. Even though he just hit him right between the 2 and the 3, he's got to go over to him, tell him to shake it off. He's going to need him later. Nebraska down 15, but far from out of this ball game here. 42 seconds to go, first half. And who knows, another big play here before the end of the half. Nebraska may have another chance, but we'll see if A&M even throws it. They will. And Allen going to float one over the middle. And again, good coverage by the Nebraska secondary.
Not a very good throw there by Terrell Allen, kind of a duck.
It got there, but it wasn't necessarily pretty and was knocked away. They're going to throw it again on 2nd down and 10. This time it's an open receiver underneath. It's J.B. Bell again. He's got a first down.
This passing game has been pretty impressive for A&M. They've got a lot of playmakers on it looks like.
And Bell over 100 yards in the first half, and they're going for more, and they got it. This is going to be another touchdown, Jafari Davis Jr.
Again, A&M's got that passing game working for them now. It's part of Andrew Brigley was part of the reason for this, but just a terrific job by this wide receiver.
this wide receiver core, and we talked about it. A&M is not a very deep team when it comes to their roster size. 3 receivers listed on their roster, but right now, particularly Davis Jr. and Meekins III having huge games, along with J.B. Bell, the lone tight end on their roster. And this A&M offense has found a way to put 28 up in the first half, and they've got Nebraska in a world of trouble here as we head towards halftime.
It's a confidence builder, especially for the guys that you do have on the roster to be able to make an impact like this on this kind of a game.
And now with 17 seconds, Cooksey, if you're Nebraska, are you looking to just take this into the locker room and regroup, or are you taking a shot here?
You know, I might take one shot here, but I believe Nebraska gets the ball first, so I mean, you don't want to make a serious mistake.
Now they will throw it here, and they're going to go underneath. It is complete, and watch out. There's a big play, and this is going to change some play calling here. Inside the 30 goes Nebraska. That was Garrence Cunningham with the huge play.
And a nice job by Cunningham getting himself out of bounds and stopping this clock.
7 seconds to go. They're going to throw it quickly. They do have one timeout left, but they're going to have to get down quick. And boy, Kieran Ennis does, and Nebraska luckily gets the timeout, and they're going to get a chance at 3.
A good clock management by Nebraska. They played this drive with as well as the clock, about as well as we could.
They got the ball with 17 seconds left, and as time expires, Marshall Drake knocks home his 3rd field goal of the half. But the story started out as Andrew Grigley, but it's been the A&M offense 28-9, Cooksey, here at halftime.
Yeah, now I'll tell you what, it's a long season, long way to go yet. But, you know, it wasn't that long ago that Texas A&M was, you know, national championship caliber. And tonight, I'd say that this is a very big encouragement for them.
They are playing out of their minds here in the first half, and we mentioned in the open, both teams a season ago combined 3-13. They didn't have great seasons, and you knew one of them was going to get off to a good start here tonight. So far, it's been A&M, and there you see the yardage, the passing attack right now of Texas A&M, and the fact that they've controlled the time of possession a little bit, about a minute, almost 2 minutes better than Nebraska here in the first half. That's going to help their defense that, as we've said time and time again, not very deep.
Yeah, you're right about that. But, you know, this tempo, this keeps up, they're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on Nebraska. Nebraska's got a lot of questions to answer here coming out of halftime.
And Nebraska will be kicking it off here to start half number 2. And a good kickoff there as Drake puts that one into the middle of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A&M now from their own 25, coming out looking to extend this lead here. Terrell Allen has had an excellent game so far. He's looking to continue that and makes the right decision there. Good coverage, good pressure, throws that one away.
Absolutely. The nice safe play. We saw him throw a ball off his back foot earlier and throw an interception because of it. Nice job to go with the safe play.
Now that bunch set top of the screen, and now he's going to tuck it and run through an attempted tackle by Solomon Tank, who is actually going to get credit for the sack here.
Yeah, Solomon Tank is absolutely fearless, and you know, plays like this, attitudes like this, can really jumpstart a team.
Well, when your last name is Tank, you better be willing to throw your body around and make plays, and he certainly has. But A&M on 3rd down has made plays. They are 6 of 8 tonight, looking to convert another one. And Jafari Davis Jr. does a great job coming back and making that catch. Unfortunately for A&M, steps back on the wrong side of that 1st down marker.
Yeah, that's a bounce Nebraska's way. Let's see if they can capitalize on this, get in the end zone. If they do, that changes this game, I believe.
And that's, you know, where that sack on 1st down or 2nd down there really comes into play. If it's 3rd and 10, that's converted for a 1st down. It's the little things in a game that can kind of turn things on their head. And as you said, we'll see if Nebraska can take advantage underneath here, and Cunningham finds first down yardage.
Well, it's definitely all about the impact plays that you're able to make. And they made a couple on defense, and they come right out of the gates and make one on offense.
And we'll see if they can keep this little bit of momentum that they found early here in the half rolling. And again, complete to Garrett Cunningham. Good for 10, just short of another first down.
Garrett Cunningham, again, these are impact plays. And they're going to have to cover him. They're not going to be able to start letting him make plays.
So a quick update over on Twitch. Florida State has opened up a 24-10 lead over Oklahoma in the fourth quarter, early on in the fourth quarter in that one. So Oklahoma's got some work to do. Nebraska's got some work to do here, and they're going to dump this one off complete. A good job to get that out to Martinez, and he does the rest.
Yeah, that game on Twitch, clearly the defending champs mean business. That's a statement that they're making here this evening.
Yeah, Oklahoma had kept that one tight. It was 10-10 at one point. Florida State has rattled off the last two scores. And Nebraska, who scored right before the end of the first half, looking to go get the next one as well. That is A.J. Mullis, good for 6 on first down.
Yeah, I mean, good tempo here. I think that you got to get into the end zone here. You want any shot at coming back, this is the drive you got to score a touchdown.
And Cletarius White now up to 7 tackles, and Kieran Ennis 9 yards on that run. He's up to 31 on 10 carries.
Yeah, I mean, he's been somewhat productive. I mean, he would have more yards if this defense wasn't playing as highly as it is.
Well, he's going to find a few more yards here, but again, stood up and drug down. A great job there making that play. Otherwise, Ennis had a lot more room to work.
But I mean, he moved the ball forward, and he makes this a very manageable down. Nebraska could very well pick up a first down here.
2nd down and 4. They're going to fake it to him, and Towers is going to get that first down, breaking a tackle inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Nebraska from the 7.
Yeah, if you're Nebraska, you're quite happy with the stride.
And now they're going to go I formation, and they are going to hand it off. And power run, great job, great blocking, and Kieran Ennis finds the end zone for a Nebraska touchdown.
And I mean, he's your best weapon on offense, and you used him right as you needed to, right in the situations you needed to. And great job by Nebraska getting back on the board.
And that was great blocking up front, including the fullback, the walk-on fullback, getting out in front, sealing the edge, and letting Ennis pick his hole and get to the end zone. And now just like that, Nebraska makes a couple of plays at the end of the first half, gets the field goal, gets a quick 3 and out, gets the football back, and puts points on the board. Boy, it's starting to get late here on the East Coast. And now they are right back in this game with some momentum.
Yes, and even better than that, there's a lot of time left. We're still just really early here into the 3rd quarter. I mean, Nebraska's got its shot.
Back to a 2-score game. So now going back to the ground game is Texas A&M and Andrew Grigley. 11 carries for him and 50 yards. He's having a very productive night.
Absolutely, and his impact that he is making has been felt on the whole team, really. We've seen with the wide receiving core.
And now we see him try and carry the ball, get to the edge, but Spencer Trahan says, not this time, Mr. Grigley, and he's able to drag him down on the backfield.
And I think Nebraska knows that's what they got to do. They got to really key in on Grigley and stop him in the backfield.
And now 3rd and 6. They're going to spread things out for receivers. Now they're going to go Grigley on the screen, breaks a tackle, and he is going to get a very favorable mark, and they're going to call it a 6-yard pickup and a first down.
And Grigley just so much stronger than a lot of these other Nebraska defenders, and was able to move one out of the way and pick up a first down.
Now back to the jet sweep, and Nebraska has seen this one too many times to let it work again. And Meekins is going to lose 3. Killingsworth on the tackle.
Killingsworth doing a great job staying with that play and not giving up on it.
Well, 2nd down and 13. We'll see if the loss of yards comes into play here in this set of downs. We saw it on their last drive and nearly intercepted. J.P. Shannon had his hands on it, and Allen now starting to take some chances with the football.
Yeah, I mean, that was a dangerous one and not the right point in this game to throw into coverage like that.
Now 3rd down and 13, motioning into a 2-by-2 set. And they're going to go, I don't know if that was a screen or just dumped off, but there was nothing doing there for Andrew Grigley. He loses 4 more yards, and A&M is going to punt it again, and it was a very poorly executed screen.
It was, and there was not a lot of blocking, and Joe Steve comes in there and trips him up. So Nebraska hanging in there tight. They're going to have a shot with some great field position.
And now about 4.5 to go, 3rd quarter, when they get this football back for their offense. Actually, a little bit more than that. Joey Smith only finds a yard on the return. Great coverage there by Prince making that tackle.
Absolutely, but it's still pretty good field position. You would have loved to have gotten closer to the 50, but very manageable for Nebraska.
And now right back to the ground game, and they're starting to find some running room. Kieran Ennis, 6 more yards on that carry, give him 50 on the night, and if they continue to pound the rock, we may see him hit 100 by the end of the night.
Yeah, that's completely feasible.
Now a 3-receiver set, they're going to fake it to him, and Towers is going to take off right up the middle. He's across midfield, and he's got another Nebraska 1st down.
And when you have a quarterback that is able to have the senses to make a play when he's able to, that just adds another dimension to your offense in Nebraska, showing themselves multi-dimensional right now.
Joe Jackson makes a big tackle there to keep that from going even further downfield. Now play fake underneath. Spencer Lewis Jr., the backup, slipping out of the backfield there, picking up 5 on that catch on 1st down.
He had a little bit more room to run, a little bit disappointing seeing him go out of bounds.
Yeah, the pass may have led him a little bit too close to the sideline. Couldn't keep his momentum going upfield. And same there for Leonard as he makes the catch but can't get it turned upfield to get the 1st down.
Yeah, that's too bad. Just one more step forward, he would have had a 1st down.
So now a big 3rd and 1. This A&M defense would love to get off the field here, but I think this is Ennis time. And instead, we've got a little bit of a motion penalty here. So 3rd and 1, quickly to 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be a momentum killer. Just a bad penalty in the wrong time of the game.
And that changes the play calling as well, I would imagine. Now they go to the shotgun, going to spread some things out. And yeah, they're going to go to the screen. And Ennis, well, he's going to make it work, fighting through a tackle. And Kieran Ennis, 12 yards on 3rd down and picking up the 1st.
I agree with you. Making that work is the right thing to say.
And now back to the power set. 2 tight ends, and they're going to go right up the middle. This time Spencer Lewis Jr. cannot fight his way free.
Well, they did his best, but A&M was ready for that run up the middle.
That was Ja Avery II, the freshman elite middle linebacker, coming in and blowing that one up quickly. 2nd down and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Ennis. He gets a play off, gets a deep breath, and gets right back out there and picks up 7.
Well, getting back to the things that he does best.
Avery has to make another stop, and again, power set, 3rd and 3. Still, I think, Ennis time, and instead they will throw it. They will sling it out to him in the flat, and actually it's that Spencer Lewis Jr. out of the backfield, the backup coming in, making the play on 3rd down and converting for a 1st.
I mean, this is proving to be a pretty good running back tandem that Nebraska has themselves. Spencer Lewis Jr. has done a great job this time.
And now you throw in Towers, who's able to make the right read, get around the edge, 14 more yards. And this A&M defense starting to wear down. It's 1st and goal from the 7.
And Nebraska putting things together. They clearly had a great plan coming into the 2nd half.
And Ennis up the middle, powering his way down to the 2. And it will be a 2nd and goal coming up. This A&M defense really needs to stand here.
Yes, they do. And I don't know if you saw it or not, but Nebraska has outgained Texas A&M on offense here.
They have started to put some things together, and they are looking to put this in the end zone. Spencer Lewis Jr. breaks one tackle but cannot get away from Evan Hubner, and that is going to be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, that was a great job doubling up on a player that has just been phenomenal this year.
And Lewis does get to the end zone, able to fall forward as Aguilar had a hold of him but cannot bring him down. And just like that, Nebraska is going to close this to a 5-point ball game.
I mean, they have taken advantage of this whole third quarter here. Starting with that drive at the end of the first half, it gave them some momentum. They saw an opportunity in an open door, and they've come right through it.
And now think back to some of those early field goals, not necessarily the one at the end of the half. That one they had to kick, but the 2 that they had drives rolling and then were unable to finish with touchdowns. This could be a completely different game if not for that A&M defense making a couple stands early on.
Absolutely, and you had the drop pass in the end zone that didn't happen. Nebraska could very well be in the lead right now had those things not happened.
And there you saw the yardage on the screen. Right now, A&M 12 yards in the second half. They haven't had the ball a lot. When they have, Nebraska has shut them down. We'll see. Can they get some momentum back? And it looks like a little wildcat formation here. Grigley fakes the jet sweep, keeps it, but only gets 1. And Nebraska in the second half has done a great job against him.
Absolutely, and I don't like that wildcat package. It's not all that effective, and it wasn't there either.
Tried to sneak one in on him, but Nebraska not fooled. And now back to Allen throwing the rock, and it's going to be thrown away. 22 of 33, so he's had a decent night. But lately, Nebraska got him figured out too.
Yes, and it doesn't help that he's not made some very smart decisions this evening either.
And trying to convert another 3rd down. They are 7 out of 11. Now they're 7 out of 12. As Grigley catches the screen, but needed 8, only got 2. Just like that, and this Nebraska team has got all the momentum on their side.
Yes, they have. You can see the chat that the players are getting excited, as well they should. Nebraska has shown a lot of fight, and they've gotten themselves back in it.
And they have a chance to take their first lead of the ball game if they can put together one more drive here. And 46 seconds in the 3rd quarter. And then an entire 4th quarter to work with. And Ennis starting to really chew up yards. 4 more there on 1st down. He's up to 65 on the night.
Well, you talk, he might get to 100. He's well on his way to them. There's a whole other quarter.
And now we're going to throw it, and Towers over the middle, complete. Breaking a tackle, and now it's a foot race inside the 30. Finally drugged down at the 25-yard line goes Damian Leonard, and that is a big play for this Nebraska offense.
I mean, it's time for Texas A&M to start stepping up a little bit here. You can't have a play like Cletus White not being able to keep up with the coverage.
And that was Spencer Clapp that was finally able to drag down the receiver. Otherwise, we're looking at Nebraska's first lead of the night. And now a wide open receiver in the flat, complete. It's John Martinez out down for a 9-yard gain. That's going to be how the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Throw the 4s up in chat. We are going to have a great finish here in College Station. A&M 28, Nebraska 23. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. Fourth and final quarter starting up here at Kyle Field. Nebraska looking to take their first lead, and they will pick up the 1st down there with Kieran Ennis. Picks up a big 1st down, and now A&M in trouble.
Yes, and picking up that 1st down was a great way to start. A&M is going to have to come up with some stops here.
Spencer Lewis Jr., a little bit of an outside sweep there out of the shotgun formation, picks up 8 on 1st down, and it is going to be a 2nd down and short, ball at the 5-yard line. And now a big set. They're going to go sweep play. Lewis has got the 1st down, got the end zone. Spencer Lewis Jr. puts the Cornhuskers on top.
Sometimes in college football, it's all about the players that can step up for you. And tonight, that has been Spencer Lewis here in this second half, as he's basically willed his team to a win, or to a lead.
Now, Nebraska going to go for two, try and make this a 31-28 game. And in and out of the hands, knocked away late. And again, that looked like Jimmy Brown. It was, and just couldn't squeeze it. Second time he's had the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, you got to be able to make those plays. But the good news is that your team does have the lead. There's 8 minutes and 26 seconds left. Time to come down here and maybe get a game-ending score here.
A&M going to get the ball back. Had all the momentum for most of that first half, and then all of a sudden a late score after a couple of big plays from Nebraska got them a field goal. It's been all Nebraska since then. And now we'll see, can A&M get some more points on the board and get this lead back, complete over the middle. First down, Jafari Davis Jr. off a 12-yard catch on first down.
And if they can get plays like that by Jafari Davis Jr., then they'll be able to get back on top.
And real quick, about to go final in Tallahassee, 34-10, as that ball's batted around. Solomon Tank knocked it down. 34-10, Florida State has beaten Oklahoma from Tallahassee.
That's a solid win. Not a very solid decision there by Terrell Allen, however.
Good play by Tank to knock that one down. And this one thrown out to Andrew Grigley. And again, just lost where he was on the field. This time the throw was not the problem. He just couldn't keep himself in bounds.
Yeah, you got to get your head back into the game here.
So now 3rd down and 5. They need this bad if you're Texas A&M. Grigley on the delay. He's going to lose a yard. Is Trahan dragging him down? It'll be 4th down and 6. And once again, A&M has to give the ball back to this rolling Cornhusker offense.
Yeah, not good to give the ball back to a hot offense like this. But I have a question here that I keep seeing this in the league chat. Maybe the Prophet can answer it for me. I keep seeing GBR come up. What does that mean? You have my interest, the Prophet.
I'm assuming it's some sort of Cornhusker. I don't know what it is, but we'll see if you get an answer from the Prophet or Rory or Mud. They're all throwing it out there. Ennis finds 3 here on first down. Go Big Red would be your answer to that.
I see. That's clever.
That's for all of us who can't spell that many words out at one time. We have to start shortening things. And this time, Avery with a tackle on 2nd down. So it's going to be a big 3rd and 6 here. Nebraska only 4 of 11 on 3rd down. A&M needs to stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's manageable, but you got to really be aware here.
And they're going to throw for it. Towers with a little bit of time. Floating one to the corner. Great throw. And Garrence Cunningham picks up 15 and a first down for Nebraska.
Well, Garrence Cunningham has made some big plays tonight. How you can lose track of him, which is clearly what Texas A&M did on defense there, I don't know, but they're going to end up paying for it if they do too much of this.
If you look back all the way to the end of the first half, it was Cunningham's catch and run that got them in position to make a play to get the field goal. And now they're going to run the football with Kieran Ennis. 7 more yards, 78 total on the night, and he is starting to take control.
Yes, he is, and that's a good thing for Nebraska. Thank you for telling me that, Michael Drury.
And so here we go, 2nd down and 3. Play fake. Throwing it underneath, complete first down yardage inside the 35 goes John Martinez.
I mean, this Texas A&M defense is just really lacking the intensity that they had in the first quarter or first half. They need to pick this back up.
Joe Jackson with another tackle, and I wonder if this A&M defense been out there for a long time in the second half. And the lack of depth may finally be catching up to him as Leonard, another catch, good for 5 on first down.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska's been extending plays. They've been taking advantage of players that have been stepping up for him, and that's what the difference has been. Ooh.
Oh boy, that one could have gone the other way in a hurry. Trey Jackson stepped in front and forgot to bring the football with him. So a 3rd and 5, and we'll see, are they going to throw it here? They will. Has a man open in the flat, doesn't go to him. Instead, goes a little bit deeper to Leonard, and he's got 11 and a first down, and a great pickup there for Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska's firing on all cylinders right now. A&M just has no answer.
And boy, that dropped interception now may come back to be a huge play. And looking for the end zone, Harold King for the Nebraska touchdown.
He just snuck behind that defense and found his way open into the end zone, and Tom Towers does a great job finding him.
And a little bit of a walk-on love there as King puts one in the end zone. Tom Towers, a great throw. And this ball game was 28-6 at one point. And so a great job just rattling off 30 straight for Nebraska, and they have got control of this game with 5:17 to go.
Yeah, and I mean, this is pretty much get a score here or get ready to go home a loser if you're Texas A&M, because they have not played well in the second half.
And the blitz coming, and Allen, and again a dangerous decision from Terrell Allen, throwing that all the way back across the field. Fortunate, just incomplete.
And he's not handling the pressure well, and big-time players don't do those types of things.
And now underneath complete, but he spun Davis around, so he wasn't able to get back upfield. This is a big 3rd down now, 5:10 to go for A&M.
I think you've got to make a play. You've got to pick up this first down.
And they are in desperation mode here, I think. Now under 5 to go, down 8. Don't want to give the ball back, and they're not going to have to. Big play, John Rodriguez down the sideline for 25 and a big first down.
Yeah, nice shot there, Jacob Buddy, just not able to handle covering again. He had a little bit of help over the top there, but a nice play by Rodriguez.
And a little bit of a zone defense there. Corner lets him go. Chase Jones doesn't get over quite quick enough. A great throw from Allen. Maybe the best one we've seen him make tonight. And A&M now needing a score, has the ball on Nebraska's side of midfield, and they're continuing to drive. Joe Steve, 8 yards, going to be close to another A&M first down.
A nice little pickup, a manageable situation here. But if you're Terrell Allen, this is where you've got to be smart and not make any unwise moves.
And they're going to go up the middle to Grigley. Looked like they had a fake reverse on. Might have froze some of the defense, and Grigley, the best run we've seen from him here in the second half, and it's a big first down.
I mean, he picked up and got yards that they needed to get.
They're going back to the power set, and they're going to go back to Grigley, shaking off a defender in the backfield and still fighting forward. That was a hard-earned 3 yards from Andrew Grigley.
So maybe some of this aggressive attitude can rear back off on TAMU.
And they're going to need to put one in the end zone here and get the 2-point conversion. So they're going to need that aggressive attitude to rub off on the rest of this offense. And a good job from Grigley finding that football in traffic, making the catch, but it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and Allen almost slid him a little bit too much there. Maybe just a couple more feet out in front of him, and that might have been an interception.
And Laird, another tackle for him. He's having a great night as well on this Nebraska defense. And now Allen looking to make a play. And that was caught by Trey Meekins III along the sideline. A comeback route and a great job reaching down and keeping his feet in bounds.
Yeah, and he confused KJ Speed. KJ Speed just not able to make a play at all.
And boy, Chad, right there with me, that was a great catch and a lot of surprise reaction. Now Grigley up the middle, John Rodriguez, the backup, 7 yards, and there was a hole in the middle of that Nebraska defense there.
Yeah, that's something Nebraska can't do, especially this late in the game.
Inside 3 minutes to go. It looks like they're back in the Wildcat here So will Grigley keep it? He will. Can he get to the end zone? He can't. Grigley drugged down in the backfield by Jose Stewart.
And right now would be a good time to just let the clock wear down a little bit. You're going to have a couple shots at the end zone. You're hoping this is a game-winning score. You got to take some time off the clock.
Bunch set, top of the formation. They're going to bring someone in motion, and this is going to be a false start penalty. And boy, I thought Nebraska jumped first. I'm not even sure I saw an offensive lineman move.
Well, they did a good masking job, whatever it was.
So we'll see now, how does that change the play calling here on 3rd and goal? They're going to have to go for it on 4th if they don't get it. Won't matter. J.V. Bell wide open in the end zone. A name we haven't called since the first half. Makes maybe the biggest play of the game for this A&M offense.
Well, absolutely. After A&M, you got to go for 2 here, but you wonder how you can leave a player wide open like that in the end zone. Just totally mind-baffling.
An 11-play drive for A&M, and now they are 3 yards away from tying this football game back up. Grigley looking under pressure, cannot get away. I say Grigley, it's Allen looking. Adam Douglas with the sack, and now a 2-point ball game, but a great drive from A&M to get points on the board.
And a great play there by defensively by Nebraska. They needed that.
Now it's up to this Texas A&M defense. They've been out on that field for a long time here in the second half, and they know right now they're going to get a healthy dose of Kieran Ennis and Spencer Lewis Jr. running the football. Can they come up with a stop and get the football back?
Well, that's the big question to answer. And if TAMU is going to be any type of a player in the Big 12 this year, stops in situations like this are exactly what they're going to have to get.
I formation, Nebraska already starting to chew the clock. And there goes Ennis. He's going to break a tackle. He's got 8, and A&M does finally use their first timeout.
Well, I think that I would be doing a lot of running the ball here, just sort of trying to run this thing out.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. And Ennis finds 2 when he needed to, and it's a first down. Single back set. Ennis all by himself. He's got the ball again up the middle for 3. A&M now out of timeouts, 2:11 to go, and you know it's going to be Kieran Ennis time.
Absolutely.
Back to the 2 tight ends, single back. It is Ennis. He's got 4. So now no bigger play of the night for this A&M defense than this 3rd and 3 right here.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a big play for Nebraska too. And this is pretty much the ball game for both teams right here.
A conversion will give Nebraska the road victory. They would start 1-0 if they can convert here. They are dragging this play clock out. A&M's defense needs to come up with a huge play. And we'll see what Nebraska's offense comes up with here on 3rd and 3. And they are going to go to the screen. Can they get there? Blocking in front. That's a first down and a lot more. There goes Ennis inside the 25, down inside the 20. And that might just be the ball game.
Yeah, this is a burnout defense for Texas A&M. And Nebraska's just done a great job taking advantage of this. And I've got to say this. I was at Nebraska for a few seasons, and this was the type of game that we would not have gotten back into in one when I was there. So this has got to be a big encouragement for Michael Rury and everybody else on this team.
This has been an absolute fantastic way to close out week 1. And as you said, a great job by Michael Rury and the rest of this Nebraska team, but also hats off to this Texas A&M team who gave it just about everything they could.
Absolutely. We talked about Ennis getting to that 100-yard marker. He's there.
And just now adding on to some stats is Spencer Lewis Jr. He's got 25 on 6 carries. And now it's just all over, but the one last snap here. In fact, they will snap it, and that's going to do it. So Texas A&M had a big lead let it go and then nearly came back and tied it up, but Nebraska made just enough plays at the end. Cooksey, well, a great way to finish this week up. Wrap it up for us.
Well, I mean, if you're these two teams, yes, even though you're A&M and you lost, this is encouraging. It's a momentum builder for both of these teams. Great job by Nebraska. Come back and do it again next week if you're both of these teams.
Absolutely. What a way to finish the week. Nebraska 36, Texas A&M 34. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters, and my broadcast partner, Greg Cooksey, for tonight's action. And on behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I'm Nate Murphy, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. That'll put a bow on week one, but make sure you join us again Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time for the Inside the Blitz podcast, followed by the rematch of last season's title game as FSU travels to Wisconsin. Good night, everyone.